What's the crack, lads? We are back with some eFootball rumours, news and update as we draw nearer to the series' 30th anniversary. This needs to be a big year for eFootball. Konami have already talked about the 30th anniversary. We're already getting loads of rumours about Pele, Puskas, new legends. We know about this development cycle of the game. It's going to be split. And now we also have rumours and leaks and news about this brand new event that they're going to be bringing in that will make up part of the 30th anniversary. Now listen, I hope that the 30th anniversary is a huge deal to Konami, because this game and this franchise has meant a lot to a lot of people, including myself. And I do feel that the game is kind of in a bit of a transitional period now that I don't know will a lot of fans actually see it through, especially long-term fans. So maybe this is a way of saying, listen, we're not forgetting our past. We're making money now, we're going to reinvest it, and eFootball 26 is going to be a massive year, right? Let's hope. Or else it could just be more of the same, and it's going to be just cards. We'll get to that in a second. But this is a video from Durandal, as you see here. I've left it up here, and I will have the link in the description below, so GG's to Durandal. This seems to be a preview of a brand new event that's going to be coming. Now notice two things. We United and eFootball United. You will know a couple of the players here, including Castolo, who is also going to be the player that you take your penalty with. Long-term fans of PES or long-time fans of the franchise will know that Castolo was part of the legendary PES United squad. This was the default squad that you started in Master League or Career Mode. Now, Konami have already, throughout the years, really celebrated anniversaries. 20th anniversary, 25th anniversary, including the fact that like these anniversaries were really kind of signaling what they were going to be doing in the future, because they started to introduce legends. And that's probably why Pele is there. Pele, Maradona, have those two combined. Massive potential there to have cards and different stuff like that. And if you draw your attention to the retro style of this new event and this new mode seems to be like a mix between the Blue Lock anime style animation and also going back to that retro game, which would have been Goldstorm from way back when. You're talking about what, 29, 30 years? All the way back. Most people won't even recognize this game. And look how old it looks. I mean, those were the times, lads. But you can see here that we have a couple of other graphics that kind of morph into this. And it looks to be these kind of 2D retrofitted like 2D style kind of icons and shirts, right? So there looks to be like a 2D mode in it as well that's going to kind of harken back to those Goldstorm days. Again, like the Blue Lock campaign where we had the retro anime style, collaboration with Captain Tsubasa. This seems to be kind of the retro style that they're going for. You know, low render models deliberately on purpose, right? Now, we already know that there's a lot of names in the database, especially in the old PES games, of legends that never actually came out to eFootball or PES. But with eFootball 26, I think this is the time now to unleash and say, listen, if we're not going to get a career mode, we're going to get certain other things. Now, this was a PES 2016 anniversary edition. I have a couple of other bits of merch as well to show you at the end of the video, so don't go anywhere yet. But I do really feel that we're at a crossroads now, lads. Genuinely. I've talked about this in my stream. I am a long-term fan of PES, man. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time, okay? But I do feel like now, going back to this, I hope this is not just the only thing they do to celebrate the 30th anniversary. I understand that we're going to get new legends, and I know people will be hyped for legends, and Pele is going to be unreal. Puskas will be unreal. It will be very exciting to have Pele and Maradona in a game. R9, Henry. But I do feel like that this 30th anniversary definitely needs to be celebrated a little bit more. I understand, right? The PES Master League players, coming from me who used to race home from school every day and play PES 4, PES 5, PES 6, the memories I have with PES United, the memories that I have of playing PES as a youngster growing up with my brothers, my friends, having your memory card with your data on it, just a different time, man. I don't think we're ever going to go back to that. You know, online gaming, for all the potential it has had over the last couple of years, I think that the cards are definitely a low point in terms of innovation. I think that's the way it is. I mean, back here, you literally just had your pad, your imagination, and some solid gameplay, and that was it. Now, this is some more merch that they did send out a couple of years ago. There was a lot of stuff ranging from, bags, shirts, jerseys, t-shirts, all of this style of stuff, balls, water bottles, and all the merch that they would have had at E3 as well. But in the last couple of years, they haven't really done this. There hasn't really been PES events or anything like that. That's one of the coolest controllers I have, absolutely sick. But they didn't really, and they haven't really done this. So I would like to see them return to that and just maybe even have it, different editions of the game and stuff like that. What better time to do it than now with the anniversary, the 30th anniversary, which they know is a huge deal, right? But let me know what you guys think, right? We have a little bit at the end of the video as well, okay? And listen, let me just talk to you for a second, right? I do feel that now, when we're watching these players, I think this is kind of a sign of, again, I mentioned it earlier, to have that same team of this video running through. I think we're at a crossroads with eFootball, boys. I genuinely do. And this is coming from the heart of somebody that literally, has poured so much of my hobby time or my free time or my actual gaming life into eFootball. Whether it was editing, creating players and doing all the option file stuff, videos, you guys know, we were doing the videos and the live streams and just being part of communities, moderating forums and setting up stuff. Like, I just feel like we're at a crossroads now. The game is still fun, right? When you look back and you look at the older versions of the game, right? It has come a long way. This is from eFootball 2022, shortly after the beta, right? Or shortly after the main update that they brought into Teammate Press and stuff, okay? I do feel like that the game has come on a lot, right? Obviously, you can see here the lack of response, how slow and sluggish it was. And obviously, we have different issues now in terms of the infrastructure and the networking and stuff. But I feel like now, right, even though they've made a lot of quality of life changes and they've made a lot of different things to kind of push people to play the game more, and the cards are just, the cards can be overwhelming at times because there's so many insane cards. Whereas back in the day, if you got a card like this, like a Tomiyasu card, this was a card that would literally transform your backline. Whereas now, I think my biggest problem with the game at the moment is you get a brand new version of Romario. Or even if Pele or Zidane was to come out, they're probably outdated after a week because people always want more. And people always want higher rated cards with a different skill or a different play style. And I just think that like the essence of the game or what it should be about is kind of gone. I'm not saying that they need to stop doing the cards. The cards have been massively successful for them. You can still have fun with the game. Even in older versions of the game, you could score bangers. You could score some really, really nice goals. And the game is still fun. Like, I always say this all the time. People ask me, why do you keep streaming? Why do you keep doing content? I genuinely have fun with the game. But a lot of the fun is created by my own kind of like, chatting to you guys, interacting with people who watch my YouTube videos, which I'm blessed to have. And a lot of it is just kind of, having that kind of like memory of childhood and playing with my friends. Except now, I'm playing, with people that have similar interests in the game and stuff like that. And talking to you guys who like talking about eFootball and stuff like that. So let me know, is this going to be something that you think, now that we're at a crossroads, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Let me know in the comments below, and I will talk to you later, lads. Hope you enjoyed this video. It took me a long time to edit this, so appreciate it if you would subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know your thoughts on the franchise, anything in general, just let me know your thoughts. I'm eager to hear what you think of this.